Welcome back to the Portsmouth Road to Glory series here on FC 25. We're currently midway through the month of August, one game into the championship season. Up next, we're going to have a Carabao Cup game against Coventry City, which we will play. And then we've got 3 league games against Southampton, Bristol City, and Rotherham to end off the episode, as well as getting through the month of August and through the transfer window. The first order of business is going to be negotiating this deal with FC Nantes over in France. They are in the first division of France, Ligue 1, and they are a team needing a center attacking midfielder. They currently have one other center attacking midfielder on their team, but he is the exact same rating as Callum Lang at 70 overall, and he is 33 years old, so they're probably going to be looking for a little bit younger player, but still experienced. They're offering 2.2 million. I want way more than that because he is one of the most important players at our club. So we're going to ask for 3.2 million and see what they say. And they flat out reject it, so we're going to offer 3. I feel like 3 is a fair price for Callum Lang. They do come up a little bit, but the tension is getting quite hot. But honestly, he's a player that we can't really afford to lose, so I'm going to stick with the £3 million fee that we're looking for and hope that they say yes, or hope that they say no. And honestly, they're going to say no, so I'm okay with that. We desperately need a backup goalkeeper, and we've got a few options here. We've already tried to go after Will Dennis, but unfortunately, since he is a Premier League player, he's got that high wage of £16,000 a week, and we just can't get anywhere close to that. He wanted $10,500 a week, and I wasn't willing to do that for a backup goalkeeper. We've got a few other options, a couple from Spurs that we could loan in. Josh Keeley was an option and was a commented option in the last episode, but he's only 60 overall, and I don't feel like that's good enough for championship level. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is sign Joe Lumley, the 30-year-old goalkeeper. We can get him on a free transfer. We just have to offer him his wages and probably a signing bonus. He's the same rating as Nicholas Schmid, so Schmid is having a down season, which he very well could be. We gave up 5 goals in the last game. Joe Lumley is good enough to be potentially a starting option. We're going to offer rotation and hope that he goes with that. He wants crucial. We're going to offer important. He doesn't want that. We might have to end negotiations on this one. I've already tried loaning Will Dennis, and we can't do that, so I think I'm going to try to loan in Alfie Whiteman, and hopefully Spurs will let him go. And it looks like Spurs are hard stuck on giving us 50% of his wages, which is perfectly fine. Alfie Whiteman, welcome to the team. I didn't think we'd need a defender at this point in the season, but Jordan Williams did just get hurt. Connor Ogilvie is also hurt. Both of them will be back within a month or so. So we don't necessarily need to sign anybody, but we've got some options here just in case. I would love to sign Hayden Matthews because he has also joined Portsmouth in real life, but we can't sign him because he's too important for Sydney. I think a position we definitely need to upgrade in is in the central midfield. I would love to bring in Freddie Potts back from West Ham, but unfortunately, he's above the highest overall that we can bring in. Same with Isaac Hayden. He's 30 years old, but he would be a very experienced player to bring in. But we've got a lot of other players here that we're still waiting on scouting reports back from to see if we can bring them in. Adil Ochichi, I believe is how you would say his name, has been linked with Portsmouth in real life. So we'll try to bring him in if we can. I still think Josh Windass is going to be an incredible signing for us if we can make it. But unfortunately, again, he's just one overall rating too high for us at this point. And then in that last episode, we saw Colby Bishop, our main striker, go down with an ACL injury, and he is out for the entire season. So we've got a lot of strikers here that we're scouting, waiting on reports back from. In the meantime, we do still have Ksenia Yangi and Christian Sadie that we can play. We're also going to look to sell Elias Sorensen at some point, hopefully. I think my main target right now is Thomas Waddingham. He's only 20 years old. I believe he's in the mid-60s, roughly overall-wise. He's another player from Australia that we could be bringing into the club. We've also got Mason Malia here and a couple of other options like Rocco Simic, Isaac Davies from Cardiff City. Both of them are now in League 1 with Cardiff City, so might want to make the move back up to the championship. And then a couple of other names here that you might see that are familiar, Tyler Berry and Sonny Perkins, as well as Seo Jin Soo, who is a free agent. And it's not an absolute necessity to bring in a winger at this point, considering the other positions we need. But we've got a few wingers here that we could potentially bring in. And then we've still got Jeffrey Schlupp down here as well, who would obviously bring a lot of experience to this club. And this will be our first Carabao Cup matchup of the career mode. We have not played it so far here at Coventry Building Society Arena. And this will be your Portsmouth lineup for today's game. A bit of a different lineup. Regan Poole at the back, but at left back instead. Ibon Boat starting in that left center back role. Marlon Pack making a start. But we've got the youngster, the 17-year-old Bradley Clark, out on the left wing, getting a start in this game. We've also got Matt Ritchie starting at right back for us. Not really sure how much time he spent there in his career. Turns the ball over there, which isn't great. But unfortunately, with the injuries and with a little bit of fatigue, he's the best option we really have in that right back spot. Looking to make a difference here and does a good job. An interception by Marlon Pack, but unfortunately a turnover immediately. Marlon Pack has regressed down to 64 overall from almost at 70 at the beginning of this career mode just 6 episodes ago. So it's unfortunate to see his downfall, but it's what you would expect from a 35-year-old. But that's not what you would expect from a 23-year-old center forward. Callum Lang out here to Bradley Clark. Clark is going to send Christian Sadie through. And Sadie could have given us a beautiful assist from the 17-year-old. But unfortunately, that one is saved. Good play. They're going to get a shot off here, I think. Oh, that's a handball, 100%. No handballs given for penalties in this career mode. But it doesn't matter. They get a goal nonetheless. And that's going to be halftime. Not a whole lot happening, but it's mostly because nothing's happening for us. We are just not able to go forward very well with this team so far. We haven't gelled. Only one shot for us out of the entire half. Good interception by Matt Ritchie. He's done well in that right back spot, which is somewhat surprising, but at the same time not. Bradley Clark to Callum Lang. Callum Lang to Sadie. And Sadie with another turnover. Got a free kick here because of a handball. We're just going to try to throw this one into the box if we can. Callum Lang needs to get a good amount of power on this. It doesn't fall to anyone immediately. The keeper just palms it away. Moxon tries to go for a shot, and it will be cleared out. I think this game has shown us a little bit of why we need a new striker. Christian Sadie can't be our backup. We're going to bring in Cassini Yangi right here, as well as Kamara into midfield and Devlin in at that right back spot. Yangi is just going to look for a cross. Falls back to him. Bradley Clark. Shot. Paddy Lane taken out in the box. And that's going to be a handball against us. Coventry on the edge of the box, just passing it around. Haven't found their way through just quite yet. That is a great ball in. And a great save by Schmid. Keeps us somewhat in this game. What a ball. What a shot, and what a save yet again. Schmid is single-handedly keeping us in this game. We just need someone to get on the attacking threat and find an output for us. Cassini Yangi out to Lang. Lang looks inside for Lane. And Lane, Paddy Lane, gives us the equalizer after 86 minutes. That's what we've been looking for out of him, and we haven't really seen much of it. Probably should have been saved or blocked there, but I don't care. He gets us back into this one. And now 90 minutes gone, we're going to get Josh Murphy on for Bradley Clark. It's one of the only subs that we can really make that we have left to impact this game. 90 minutes gone, though. 3 minutes of added time. That ball is going to fall in midfield, but we can't hold on to it. Now Coventry getting forward. They find a ball into the box. One more pass, a shot, and right at Schmid this time again, another save. He has kept us in this game. It's been him and Paddy Lane. Those are the only two players we've seen much out of. And I did not know that we go straight to penalties in the Carabao Cup. I forgot all about that. So this is what we got going into penalties. We lost the only other time we've had penalties in this career mode. But we start off way better this time. Great save. Cassini Yangi, top right. No one's saving that. Coventry. Bottom left, another save. Lang, bottom left. Shouldn't have done that one. But we save a third. Yes, sir. Murphy, top right. We might have given it too much power. Murphy skied it. Okay. Rodoni, we are 4 for 4 on saves. And it all comes down to Paddy Lane. He gave us the equalizer in regulation. Can he give us the winner in penalties? In off the post. Yes, he can. What a game from the boys. We are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And what a penalty that is. I mean, damn. In off the post, too. That is cold as fuck. But that game really comes down to Nicholas Schmid in goal. After the last game, he gave up 5. This time he gets 5 saves and then saves 4 penalties in a row. To blank them in penalties and PKs, that doesn't happen very much. And here we get confirmation that Alfie Whiteman has joined the club on a season-long loan from Spurs. So we now at least have a backup goalkeeper as well. And I think that win is just what we needed heading into our first rivalry matchup of the series between Portsmouth and Southampton, better known as the South Coast Derby. And we had some big names talking about that game on Twitter. Rio Ferdinand saying that was football heritage, and Laura Wood saying that it was electric. And we get to play this one in front of our home fans here at Fratton Park, so hopefully that gives us a boost, because we will definitely need it. Southampton, known for being in the Premier League a lot of times, and Portsmouth have not been there for a long time. Their team is certainly better than ours. We're putting out the best that we can, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll have to see. This will be Southampton's lineup. They got Ramsdale in goal. I mean, a goalkeeper that was formerly at Arsenal just a few seasons ago, so it's not going to be easy in the slightest. But they've also just got great players all around the pitch, and even their subs are pretty solid. It has been raining quite heavily here on the South Coast as of lately, so the pitch is extremely wet. Nicholas Schmidt has to get down again to make a save. I don't know if that one would have actually found the back of the net or not, but good save nonetheless. Dazzle to Amici. We're going to try to get an over-the-top ball. I wasn't really looking for Swanson, looking for, someone maybe in the box, but that's okay. We've got them pinned back in their own box as of right now. Can't force a turnover, unfortunately, and Zach Swanson is slightly out of position, but a turnover for them. We desperately need at least a point out of this game, but 3 would be nice. That shot from Onuachu is ambitious, to say the least. But after the 5-2 thrashing that we received in our first game, we just need to get something on the board here in this championship season early on. Lang is going to find Kasiniyangi through. Kasiniyangi does well to keep hold of it, but our first chance of the game, not a terrible one. Free kick in a decent little spot. We're going to send this one into the box like we did last time. Or not. Terrible free kick there by Amaechi. Maybe we shouldn't have him on those. And we're in, a somewhat threatening position. Farrell down to Murphy. Murphy sending that one inside. Cleared away by a Southampton defender. Now the Saints are pushing forward into our box, into the 6-yard box. Onuachu with it. Saved by Schmid. It was kind of right at him. But they still have possession. That shot is blocked. That is only cleared away as far as a Southampton attacker. Oh, Moxon, great dive. Oh, Lang caught sprinting. We did get it back eventually, but of course, that didn't last for too long. We give it back. And now they're threatening it yet again. Onuachu just trying not to give away a penalty, and we do well. They're back at it again, trying to skill move their way past us. It doesn't work. We could get on the counter. One of their players is down. Do we care? Not really. We're just going to try to keep going. They give it back to us. We should probably stop play, but we're just going to keep going again. Ramsdale, great save. And it will be out for a throw-in. And it looks like Swanson was the one to injure that man and receives a yellow. Just going to be a drop ball. Okay. Well, it's ours nonetheless. Armstrong on for Brereton Diaz, who was injured. Oh my goodness, what was that clearance from Farrell? I thought that was about to be an own goal. Kasiniyangi to Josh Murphy. Murphy on the edge of the box now. Ran himself into some trouble. Callum Lang with a shot. Ramsdale makes the save here at the beginning of the second half. 0-0 to end the first. Neither team really had too great of a chance, but Southampton should have done better. And Kasiniyangi should have done better right there. Josh Murphy inside to Callum Lang. Callum Lang, not a bad effort, but definitely wide. Good by Farrell. And even better to get that ball into Josh Murphy, who sends it straight at Ramsdale. What the fuck are we doing? We're all over them right now in this half. Oh, and as soon as I say that, just a piss poor touch by Lang. Oh, Swanson's got to be careful on a yellow already. Got to remember not to dive in with him. That would have been extremely bad if we would have given up that foul right there. Wow, Shaughnessy had to get back. Armstrong should have 2 goals by now. We're just going to pass it inside. They could find a goal here if we aren't careful. Oh! And that's going to be a penalty. Reagan Poole with a yellow. It's not a penalty. Let's go, boys. It's not a penalty. The Southampton fans can absolutely be Not happy about that decision. I don't understand how that wasn't a penalty, but we'll take it. Oxen loading up for the power shot. Nothing happening there. Bakwa cutting inside. Finding Archer. Archer looking back. And Schmid will come and collect that one. Bakwa with it again. Oh, that's a great ball into Archer. Our only hope is that he's offsides, and it doesn't look like he is. 1-0 Southampton, 75 minutes gone. Oh. Things could have gotten a lot worse right there. Not sure what's happening. I think it might have been offsides. Yeah, it had to be. Lang's going to find Devlin. Devlin knocks that one up. Somehow it goes to one of our players. We're trying to put some pressure on with Sadie, but it's just not enough. I think we're going to end up dropping 3 points in this game. Oh, and that's going to be a red. Yeah, straight red for Shaughnessy, which means he misses the next game. Yellow cards and red cards all for Portsmouth in this game, and none for Southampton. But they've been the better team. Free kick here for Southampton to end off this game pretty much, and skies it. So maybe we can get one more chance. We're going to push the team upfield and just try to send it up and hope that the ball falls our way. Sadie actually gets to it. But Callum Lang with just a terrible touch and then goes in very brashly and gets probably a yellow card to end off this game. We lose 1-0. We go down to 10 men. And we lose a player for the next game. We get an offer from Motherwell after that game for Bradley Clark. We're going to go ahead and reject. We're at least going to give Bradley Clark a season at the club before we sell him, before we look at any offers, because realistically, he would have more time than this to be with the squad. And so that sees us sitting in 23rd after 2 games. Obviously, we don't need to panic just yet, but we need things to turn around quickly. It's going to be tough, though, with teams like Crystal Palace, Southampton, and Ipswich coming back down into the championship from the Premier League last season. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in this league now. Coventry, Luton, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham City up from League One are a very good team. Watford, Crystal Palace, the list goes on and on. Right now, Preston are sitting at the top of the league with West Brom right behind them. We've now got a game in between the Bristol game and the Rotherham game in the championship, and it is the next round of the Carabao Cup away against Hull City, the team that already beat us 5-2 earlier this season. So we're going to play Bristol, we're going to play Hull City, and then we are going to simulate Rotherham to round off the episode and finish up the transfer window. So we're going to hop into this game against Bristol City here at Ashton Gate. We haven't made any moves in the transfer window just yet. We're hoping to make some very soon. We also have a couple of players that we're hoping that we can get out of the club maybe before we bring in any new signings, so hopefully that happens directly after this game. Can't worry about it too much right now. We need 3 points, and we need to find a way to get a victory away from home, which we haven't typically been the best at. All right, we force a corner early on, 6 minutes into this game. Bristol City just kind of sent it out on their own. We can't get on the end of that with a header, but we can get on the end of it with a goal. Reagan Poole with an unlikely assist to Callum Lang, the best player currently in our starting 11. Right, just skipping around our entire defense. Reagan Poole gives us one on one end and gifts them one on the other. Yangi with a great turn. Murphy right at the goalie. We needed that one. Amaechi with a great interception. Sends it up to Yangi, who's kind of by himself. We're going to send it inside. We're going to find Murphy, and Murphy will get us the second goal. 2-1 after 23 minutes. Oh, a turnover. Can Yangi get us a third? No, he can't. Not a terrible effort, though. Jordan Williams, back from injury, making an overlapping run, will get us another corner just inside the 30-minute mark. Amaechi into Yangi. Yangi's header was on target. Yangi is down and could have a serious injury. Oh, man. Is another striker going to be out for the season? I hope not, but that injury doesn't look good. But he's back up. And, yeah, sends that one just a bit wide. We're going to take Yangi off just as a precaution and get Christian Sadie on here in just the first half. Farrell inside to Moxon. Moxon not really known for his distance shooting, but a great pass to Amaechi. And we cannot get a third. When we brought in Amaechi, we knew that his shooting and his finishing may be a bit of a problem. And we saw that in full effect right there. Only 2 minutes of added time. Nearly a goal. A corner here at the end of the first half. We need to just get it away. Schmid collects, and the referee will blow the whistle. So, as of right now, we're on track to get 3 points. Oh, that's a great ball through. Oak goes down. Schmid with a save. They still have possession of it. No, they don't. Let's just clear this one up the field. What a save again by Schmid. Murphy. Oh, Murphy. Not a terrible effort. Uh-oh. Bristol in behind. That is a great ball. And that is 2-2. 62 minutes gone. Farrell in with a ball to Callum Lang. Lang to Murphy. Murphy shot right at the defender and blocked away. Jordan Williams on it again. Jordan Williams trying to send it across in. 73 minutes gone. We're getting a 4-man sub on here. Hopefully they can make any bit of a difference. Bradley Clark coming in. Paddy Lane coming in. Terry Devlin, coming in. Paddy Lane interception right off of the throw-in. Just keep going. He's going to find Clark. And Paddy Lane wasn't offsides. Okay, he was offsides. We could be in a lot of trouble here. And we are in a lot of trouble. Edge of the box from Maulu. And it's 3-2 to Bristol City. Paddy Lane. Got another opportunity. Oh, maybe we needed to go for a shot there. Whatever we did, it wasn't good enough. Clark is going to try to take it around the edge. We'll just look back inside. Lang to Kamara. Kamara. Yeah, wasn't confident in that one. Bradley Clark. Oh, we don't want to turn it over, but we also need to get a shot away. Bradley Clark is the one to shoot. It looks like it was a handball on us. And Farrell's not quick enough to catch up to them. We block it away, but the referee is not going to let us move forward. We go 2-1 up, and we end up losing 3-2, and we drop points. All 3 of them, yet again. And Cassini Yangi is out for 3 months with a torn meniscus injury. We were already down our main striker. Now we're down our backup striker as well. And that's going to lead us to our second signing of the episode, Waddingham, joining us from Australia. He's only 65 overall, but he is a 20-year-old striker. He is going to be coming in for £2.2 million, as well as a 20% sell-on clause. He does unfortunately take up about half of our transfer budget, so we only have a little over $2 million remaining, which isn't a huge problem, but he was a lot of money. We brought him in on £4,800 a week. We've added him down here. The good news with Thomas Waddingham is that we don't have to register him as one of our 25 players, so we still have 2 registration spots available. We're up next here against Hull City, and the player to watch in this game is Thomas Waddingham, who just joined us like 2 days ago in game, and we unfortunately have no other choice but to go ahead and start him. We've got our new goalkeeper, Alfie Whiteman, starting in this game. The back 4 is relatively normal, but we've got Kamara starting in midfield with Moxon, Bradley Clark and Paddy Lane out on the wings, and Thomas Waddingham, like I said, up top. We just need to not give up 5 here against Hull. I would love to make it to the next round of the Carabao Cup, but I would also just love to not be embarrassed by them this time. Still on it at the edge of the box. Alfie Whiteman makes a save, and it's another corner. Kamara to Clark. Clark looking through for Waddingham. Oh, and Waddingham nearly gets there. Would have been incredible to get a goal on his debut inside of 20 minutes. Ooh, referee gives a free kick on the edge of the left corner of the box. 27 minutes gone for Hull City. This is a dangerous area. I don't love where we're at, and I don't love how they won the header, but I do like how it went out for a goal kick. Kamara going for a worldie just over the bar. Actually, that was Clark. Farrell trying to get a tackle in there. They get a pass off. Alfie Whiteman, what a save! What a save from Alfie Whiteman. Oh my goodness. Could have done better initially to not palm it directly to them, but I mean, makes up for it tenfold with a save like that. Paddy Lane. Actually, that's Jacob Farrell. Could be on his way out. Sticks with it, but can't get away. He's making a nice turn right there. Gonna look early for Waddingham. The pass, not quite quick enough. Keeping the press on. Trying to force a turnover. And we're not going to. Lang down to Paddy Lane. Waddingham. One of his first efforts of his career here at Portsmouth. Not a great one, but we do get a corner. Swung in. It's on target. Oh, and it's sent away. A few subs for us here after 66 minutes. The most important being Ford, the young 17-year-old midfielder. We're going to get him on and get him some game time here. Hopefully he can be an X factor for us in this game. We need somebody to do something for us. Hull not able to do much off of this free kick. Until just now. Shot right at Whiteman and he will save. Bradley Clark through to Waddingham. Waddingham gets past the defender and sends a terrible shot wide. No shot. It is a shot, and it is a goal. 1-0 Hull City, 78 minutes gone. Devlin inside to Lang. Lane to Paddy Lane, and Paddy Lane cannot equalize in a Carabao Cup matchup yet again. Oh man, we've had many opportunities to get our first goal in this game, and we just have not capitalized. Bradley Clark, what a tackle. Waddingham, header is weak, and it might have picked up a slight injury off of that as well. And 2 minutes of added time should be up very shortly here. That's a yellow card. And the referee will call it back. And he'll blow the whistle for full time there. 1-0 to Hull City. I thought Waddingham played pretty good, honestly, considering the fact that he'd only been with the club for 2 days. But obviously, he missed a couple of key chances, and that really didn't help us out in losing that game. And that means we're out of the Carabao Cup in just the second round, as well as currently sitting in 23rd in the championship. We need to turn things around very quickly with this team. We've got one more game remaining in this episode, and it will be a simulated game against Rotherham United, who are currently in 18th. Oh man, and I just realized that it's going to take our scouts 28 to 30 days for some of these other midfielders and other players that we have on our short list to scout. So we will have no idea what overall they are until after the transfer window. That's great. I was hoping I could get Sao Jinsu on a free, and we were nearly going to go after him, but then he went up to 71 overall and then signed with a different team anyways. I would love to go after Mason Malia. He was left in the comments at the end of the last episode. Unfortunately, he has moved to Stade Rennais over in France, I believe. His market value is 3.4 million, so we can't afford him, and his wages is already too high, but he did move in this transfer window, so it kind of wouldn't make sense for us to go after him, unfortunately. And so now we run into the issue where we have a bunch of players that we haven't scouted yet, and the players that we have scouted, we either don't want to bring in, we don't need. It just kind of depends on the scenario. The only other player that we can really bring in on loan that I think would be good for us is Calvin Ramsey at right back, but he would be a pretty penny, £11,000 a week, which we have plenty of money for. We can't go after any midfielders currently. The only one I would is Isaac Hayden, but again, 71 overall is just too high for us. And I wish I could see more about Joe Hodge to try to loan him in. But right now, it looks like we might need to bring in another striker because all of our strikers are getting injured. Luckily, Waddingham doesn't actually have an injury. It was just a slight knock at the end of that game. One of the best options we have remaining is Jeffrey Schlupp, who is 70 overall, so we can go after him, but he is 32 years old. And bringing in a 32-year-old on a free transfer, it doesn't really appeal to me that much, but if we can get him for one season, maybe it could help. I'm going to hold off on him until the very end of the window, though, to see if anybody else is possible for us to bring in. And so right now, this is the best starting 11 that we can possibly put out, and then that is our bench. It's not great. Like I said in the last episode, we need to get our players closer to that 70 overall mark or above if possible, as soon as we can. This team is barely championship level at this point. All right, final game of the episode here against Rotherham United at Fratton Park. This is going to be a quick sim game, so we'll go ahead and hit that. And we do get a win, first points of the season, a 2-1 victory. Rotherham scored in the 7th minute. Sadie scores in the 11th. to get a goal for himself. Very nice to see. And then Shaughnessy in the 55th. We dominated for most of the game. Let's look at the player ratings. Lang, Sadie, and Shaughnessy over 7. Everybody else played pretty decent. Good game from the boys. And what's really been disappointing about this transfer window is that we have seen very, very few offers come in for any of our players. For whatever reason, we just haven't gotten many at all. We've gotten a few from the MLS for Sorensen, but those were at the beginning of the window. I was trying to hold off and make those more realistic, but I wish I would have accepted them now. And then kind of the same with McIntyre. We were getting teams from all over, but none of them made a whole lot of sense. Now I wish we would just get some offers in because we could get at least 1.5 million for those two players. And I'd be okay with letting Christian Sadie or Kusini Yangi go as well. But again, no offers for either of these players either. And now with just 7 hours remaining in the transfer window, I'm going to go ahead and leave the episode here. But not without bringing in one more player, and that player is going to be Jeffrey Schlupp. 70 overall, 32 years old, former Premier League player. The best thing about Jeffrey Schlupp is, one, that he's on a free contract or a free transfer. So it's great to bring him in as a free agent. And number 2, he's versatile. We can play him at left wing, right wing, center mid. We can play him at striker if we need to. We could probably even play him in defense if we really need it. He's got great attributes all across the board. And so now we've got 7 hours remaining in the transfer window. We're going to round off the episode. I'm going to show you guys the spreadsheet real quick. And so now we've updated the spreadsheet with all of the money in and out throughout the course of the season. We got the 1.2 million for the preseason tournament. The updated player wages, you can see here the jump from 146 to 152 was for the goalie, Alfie Whiteman, and then 152 to 157 for Waddingham. And then we will have another jump for Jeffrey Schlupp once he gets paid his first round. We got the signing bonuses for Waddingham and for Jeffrey Schlupp right there as well. The EFL Cup prize money in the first and second round, you get a certain amount whether you win or lose. 5,000 for the first round, 7,000 for the second round. And everything else you can see there. We've got Waddingham added to the Season 2 tab. We've got Amaechi added, of course, from the last episode. Jeffrey Schlupp is now added, and Alfie Whiteman is added as well. We're, of course, only paying 50% of his £13,500 wages. We've got 24 out of 25 max registrations. We obviously have Harvey Blair out on loan, and then Colby Bishop out for the season. Elias Sorensen we just have listed as not registered, so we're not going to play him this year if we don't have to. And that means we've got one more spot left. The remaining transfer budget is 2.1 million and the remaining wage budget is £20,000. We can save that for the January window if we want to, or we can try to bring one more player in and hope that we have some players outgoing in the January window if we need to bring anybody in. We're currently in a relegation battle after 4 games, but again, only after 4 games, so we've got a long season left ahead of us. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment about who to bring in, if we bring in anybody else, and how you feel about the team start to the season so far. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.